Should you buy or keep renting? It is one of the most researched money questions there is, and one of the worst served. Search it, and you get rules of thumb built for a household that isn't yours, and calculators built by people who get paid when you buy. This workbook is neither. Here's the flaw at the heart of almost every buy or rent tool ever published. It gives every household the same criteria at the same importance. But whether buying is right depends far less on the house than on the household. So this one asks 10 questions about yours and computes a suggested weight for each of 16 criteria, showing you the reason every single adjustment fired. How long would you honestly stay? What cash stands behind you? How likely is a move? Would you enjoy the upkeep or resent it? Answer those, and the weights move in plain language you can read and argue with. Plus 5, because buying would take very nearly all the cash you have. Two households looking at the same house get different weights because they should. Then the money on equal terms. Not the mortgage payment, but the all-in monthly number. Principal and interest, plus property tax, insurance, any dues, a real maintenance reserve, and the utilities your landlord currently pays. In the worked example, that is $3,028 a month, against a $2,068 payment. A listing would have shown you the second number and none of the rest. And then the number almost nobody calculates. Buying carries large one-off costs at both ends, so it starts a long way behind and has to catch up. The year it catches up is your break-even year, and the workbook finds it from a table you can read and check. Both paths start from the same cash. Year 0 is a real row because buying and selling on the same day has to lose exactly the selling cost, plus closing. If it doesn't, the model is wrong. A mortgage calculator answers how much you could borrow. That is a lender's question, and the honest answer is almost always more than you should. So 6 Readiness Gates answer the one you actually need. Should you do this yet? Each returns pass, caution, or not yet, with the specific thing that would move it. A gate at not yet is not a verdict against buying. It is a verdict against buying right now, which is a much more fixable thing. At the end, 2 scores on one scale and the margin between them. Under about 1/4 of a point, the workbook says too close to call, and means it. Then it does something almost no scoring tool does about its own output. It names the single row carrying the verdict and tells you whether neutralizing that one row would reverse the answer. If it would, you find that out before you act on it. 8 tabs, 4 guides, and a complete worked example already filled in for Excel, Google Sheets, and LibreOffice. A blank spreadsheet makes you build all of it yourself. A subscription app rents it to you monthly and keeps your numbers. This is the middle rung. You download it once and you own it. Links are in the description.